Let's look at Java. It's a good idea to go through each of these tutorials. You may not have to do it now, but go through them at some point. There are a lot of similarities and differences between Python. Java is more similar to C++. So once we get through Java, C++ is going to be not as hard as you think it is. So let's take a look at the different types of loops in Java. Computer science, Java, loops. There's my tutorials. All right, so let me open that guy up. And let's look at some loopy things. So one of our loops we usually start with is the for loop. The for loop is a good loop when you know how many times you want it to go. So here is the for loop. I is the counter variable. We're initializing it inside the loop, I equals 0. This only happens once, the first time through the loop. The test happens next. Is I less than 10? Is I less than 10? Is 0 less than 10? Yes. So then we go into here, we print it out, we come back to the beginning, we don't initialize this again, ever, right? We do check to see if I is less than 10, well, it still is, and then we increment it. So we only increment it the second time around. Then we print our guy, and we should have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what we should have. So this is the same as what kind of loop in Python? It's the same as a for range loop. Because this is our range from 0 to 10.
Yeah,
but it's less than 10.
So the initial value, the ending value.
And the ending value is less than 10, so it's going to go up to.
And then the increments.
9.
Yeah.
And it increments, it doesn't start incrementing till the next time around.
Yeah.
Or plus after, it means it increments after the value's been used. So there's a for loop. For loops are our friends. Meaning for loops we use a lot. Again and again and again and again. Besides the for loop, oh, and this goes through the whole when things increment and all that stuff, good to know. The other type of loop that we have is okay, there's a blast off loop. We have the other major type we have is a while loop. So while some condition is true, we keep looping. We do need the counter variable before the loop starts because all that's in the loop mechanics is count less than 10. While count is less than 10, we keep going through the loop. We also have to increment the counter variable inside the loop. If we don't increment the counter variable inside the loop, what do we got? We have a infinite loop, which is probably not the best thing that we've ever done with our computer. So far, so good. So that is very much like the while loop in Python. Now we have the for each loop, which is like the for in list loop. Let's see here. There's the while loop diagram. Continue. Oh, we should do continue and break. Continue is just like in Python. We're going along in here, a while loop, we're making a decision, we increment the count. If we go into here, if this test, and what are we testing for, Andy? Count modulus 2 is not equal to 0.
Let's see, that means that it isn't an even number.
So if it isn't an even number, we jump into here and we increment the count.
Up by 1, yeah.
Yep, and continue means we don't print it out yet. Next time around, well, let's say that this is a 3, right? So it's not, it is modulus 3 would give us a 1, which is not equal to 0, right? Did I say that backwards? Anyway, we'll come through false and then we print out the number. So if we have something modulus 2 that is 0, we jump by this and we print this out. We print out the 2, 4, 6, 8, or however many things we loop through. Yep, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is introducing the not operator and the continue. Is there a better way to do this to find even numbers? Sure. But I wanted to introduce these two new concepts, the continue, which is not new, and the not equal to, which is really not new, but we've really never used it. All right, so what's the break? Breaker 190. Break is the opposite. Well, not the opposite, but if our count is equal to 5, we break out of the loop, we're done. So that's used, we use it most often in our class for menus. If you type something in, then it breaks out of that loop, and then it does something, and then it goes somewhere else. Now, the thing that is completely different, we go through accumulators, and that's not what I'm after. Do while is not that as useful as you think it might be. Where's my for each? Nested for loops. This is our Rochambeau thing. Nested loops while. Characters. Oh, good grief. Oh, I don't have a for each loop in here. Why don't I have a for each loop? I do not have a for each loop in here. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to change that. There is such a thing as a for each loop. I have to add that in there. All right, so one of the things that is useful here is menu loops. So your menu loops with a char. What kind of a data type is a char? Char is a character data type. And notice that in Python, there is no distinction between char and string. It's all strings. But in Java and C++, we can either have an individual character be a string, or we can have it be a primitive data type of char. Well, let's take a look at how that works. What's the name of our program here? Oh, there it is. I put it in a replet. We'll go to menu choice. Because replets will do Java, C++, all kinds of stuff. Okay, Mr. Replet. Oh, you can see this a couple of years ago, September 30th, 2022. Well, pause the recording for a moment. Okay, well, this looks a bit weird. What in the world is going on here? Oh, this is the class file. I want the menu choice file. There we go. So, character, menu choice. Please enter a menu choice, Y or N. We take in the next character at 0. 0 would mean the first character that you type in. So if you type in multiple characters, we're only going to pull the first character out. Then we're going to convert it to lowercase. If somebody decides to do capital or upper, we don't care. We're converting it to lowercase to then compare it to our menu system, but this isn't actually a menu system. It is showing how to deal with characters in Java. Now there should be I have to log in before I can run it as me. There I am. Otherwise, you have to fork it to run it. And I don't think I'll upgrade. Wow. You can only have 3 replets now that you can put in there. Yeah, well, I'm not going to pay 120 a year to do this. I'm not going to use replet anymore. I'll find someplace else. There we are running our program. Eventually it's going to run. Maybe. There it is. If I type N, doesn't matter if it's upper or lowercase, my menu choice is N. Ta-da. That's the basics of loops for this week.